Hello and welcome back to Film Frenzy. This is part 2, so if you missed the first part, make sure you go and check that out, or this is going to be really confusing and not make any sense.
Yep, so we were trying to make a sci-fi film about memory involving a television in just 12 hours.
Yes, we were, so let's see if we managed to accomplish that. This is the world premiere of Thought Crimes.
Welcome to the Galactic Court. The what? The Galactic Court. You are Kris, yes? Yeah? Of Earth? I'm a Kris of Earth. Oh, a Kris. Interesting. I have here just Kris. Oh, no, sorry, it is just Kris. I mean, there's many Krises on Earth. I'm just one of them. Oh, really? I was not aware of this. Can we round up the other Krises of Earth, please? Thank you. Anyway, back to the matter at hand. Yeah, hang on, that's a good point, actually. What exactly would that be? 1,964 counts of thought crime. Thought crime? What's a thought crime? Thoughts of doing crime? Quite self-explanatory, really. Well, you can't punish someone for thinking about doing a crime. Well, yes we can. This is the Galactic Court of Thoughts. What else do you think we do? Well, I mean, what crimes have I supposedly thought about doing? Lots. There's theft, fraud, piracy, espionage, trespassing, blasphemy, high treason, murder. Murder? Yes, quite a few counts actually. Rather disturbing. How can you prove I've thought of any of this? Bring out the memory reader. Wait, no. Stop! What the hell is this? Memory reader. Really? This thing can read my memories? Yes. Wait a minute, stop. So, you've got the technology to read memories, yet you're still using this crappy old thing. Different civilizations advance at different speeds at different things. I told you we should get the 4K. Can we just play the tape? Tape? But you're still using tapes? No, just an expression, isn't it? Oh, really? Then what are they? Shut up. Can we just play the memory, please? Right, so this is July 19th, 2025. But that's in the future. Yes, not all of us live to a linear timescale like you silly little earthlings. Just watch the memory, please. Oh, look, a bike. Hang on a minute, that hasn't got a lock on it. Anyone could steal that. I could steal that. Nah, I'm not gonna steal that. Nah, I'm just gonna go this way. Not stealing bikes is fun. Oh, come on, clearly I wasn't gonna actually steal it. Yes, but you thought of it. Thought crime. This is stupid. Be careful, I can add contempt of court to this list as well. I can see you thinking about it. But just right. I mean, okay. Hypothetically, let's just say I thought about stealing it. What exactly would be the punishment for that? Punishment to the furthest reaches of the galaxy. Right. Okay, that's quite a long way. So let's just slow everything down a second. Just slow down a minute. Just slow it. Okay. I'm sorry. Yeah. Really? Yeah, really sorry. Oh. Okay, I was not expecting that. I just apologize. What do we do in this situation? Yes. Okay. In that case, if you're sorry, I guess you're free to go. Really? No, only joking. Banishment. Wait, well, I guess I make that lunch. You managed to round up all those other Krises of Earth.
Wow. Well, there we go. That was Thought Crimes.
Yes.
What do you think?
It was. It's a film.
It was. It was a film. Job done.
There we go.
Successful.
Goodbye.
Thanks.
No, actually pretty happy with this one. Like, I think especially again for the time period we had to do it in and the sort of tone we were going for, I think we kind of nailed that.
Yeah, I think it was a different type of film.
Yeah.
Obviously, being a lot wordier, that changes things up a lot than being almost a silent film, so to speak.
Yeah. It was definitely interesting to see how the dynamic of the day changed, like where we needed to change our focus and different things. As you just said, the writing was a much different part of this compared to the shooting. The shooting actually took...
The shooting was weird. It
relatively
was a lot of prep and setup.
Yeah.
That was it. It was loads of prep. Yeah. Obviously, getting the script written, that was one big bit of prep. Then all the actual props and all the locations, sorting all that out. I say location, I mean set. And then press record and just go for a bit.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yes, we just spent so much time trying to work out, because it is just one location, two basically shot setups, reverse shot.
But even so, it's the same location, just utilised.
So just once we got this location right, once we got the whiteout correct, and once we got sort of like the costume and the whole idea generally done, we basically would just press the roll on the camera and basically shot it in like, just over an hour and a half? Like
I think so, something like that. Yeah, less shooting time than the first one, that's for sure.
Yeah, much less. Because it felt weird to me that like we had so little time left and we hadn't really begun shooting. We'd shot the memories already, but we hadn't actually even begun shooting and we had so little time left compared to the previous time. And so, but it was just because the shooting was actual time once the camera's rolling was so much less.
Yeah, it was kind of a little bit disconcerting, but it worked. I would say one of the main things for me that I feel that we didn't manage to capture well enough with this film was I wish we could have got some more full body shots. Or like shots where two people were in it at a time. All the shots were just basically close-ups the whole time of the TV and of us. It would have been nice just to have kind of merged the world together a bit better.
Almost see us sitting in situ opposite each other, like how far away from each other were we, how expansive was this room, and there was just like, even side-on shots, like you on one side, me on the other, but just simply with we weren't able to basically shoot below on these because the wall ran out.
Just too limited, but I would have liked that just to be able to just kind of tie things together just a little bit nicer.
But generally, I think, though, we did do the whiteout thing quite well. At the start, it was pretty worrying. We tried a couple of different things, just actually trying to put a sheet up, do it on green screen, and then we just realised that the wall behind us was kind of like a purpley white, like it had like a purple hue to it.
Slightly, but
if we lit it enough and we colour corrected it ended up actually working quite well.
We know very well that, using the wrong exposure just completely blows everything out. So we were like, hey, let's use that to our advantage.
I think the writing is one of the things that simultaneously I thought was my favourite thing about the film, and also the thing I would change the most.
Okay.
Because I think in the time we had, we came up with an idea I really liked, and we got some really good jokes in there. But this is actually a film, I think, that given more time, I'd have really liked to get in there. There was so many jokes I think we could have come up with. Even whilst we were writing it, we kept coming up with things we wish we could do.
And in the edit, the edit as well, we were just like, I wish I'd have said that now, but it's too late.
So I think this one would have really, really benefited from more time in the writing, just to keep going over it, coming up with more jokes, more time for improvisation, more time for that kind of thing. I think would have really helped.
I would say my favourite part of this was the squeaky table shot. That coming in, that's my favourite. As soon as the squeak starts happening and you see that coming in, it's like the perfect speed. Yeah. It's just my favourite. I love it. I would say, as far as props went, we did both really, really well and annoyingly bad. Like the helmet, perfect. Just the right level of badness.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, because it's obviously ridiculous and stupid.
Yes.
But at the same time, because we were going comedic and spoofy, it kind of worked to add to the comedy.
Exactly. But as soon as you see that come down on my head, it's like a joke in itself that it's a colander. But then something like the TV, I wish we had have managed to get an older one still, something a real like CRT monitor, some big old chunky thing. I think that just would have played the joke even more of like this old technology. I guess prop wise as well, you can kind of say it's more costume, but your neck thing, like that just sold it. That was perfect.
Yeah, well, I don't know if it did. I think once you turned me the right colour, it did. But up until then, I basically like either looked like, as we said, a baked potato or like I was in a hair salon.
Yeah, very much so.
But I think changing the skin colour really helped.
The skin colour worked out very well. I was a little bit ambiguous to start with of whether like surely it's going to change more stuff if you purple.
Obviously that's why I think it worked, because we had gone with such a monochrome look other than my skin, like white background, black and silver costume.
Yeah.
We're able to change the skin colour and it's fine, because up until that point when we were doing makeup, I was really worried. I was like, this is just going to look like bad, not funny bad.
Not funny
like
bad, just
bad.
Pure bad.
It also would have been nice to add a few more memories in there.
Yeah.
We ended up actually taking one out, didn't we?
We did.
Of the edit, just to save time, because we were running so short on time with the edit. It was a section we realised we could entirely take out the film and it not affect
didn't make
it.
much difference.
No. So we did have another memory in there to add to the thing, but it was kind of going over the same stuff.
Yeah, it would have been nice if the script was slightly different to have had multiple in there. Like you say a huge number at the beginning, like thousands, right? In the thousands of memories. Yeah. And yet this is the only one we see. Like surely there's a lot worse. Yeah. So
and also the crimes he lists as well. Like it would have been good to see some of those.
Some of those
like,
things which
try to show high treason would have been interesting.
That'd have been a tricky one, but you know, I'm sure we would have figured something out. Now, I don't know whether you'd agree with me or not, but I felt like as a sci-fi genre goes, we managed to kind of, the content was sci-fi, but I don't feel like the tone, like the way we filmed it was particularly sci-fi. Like I like the glasses going and like beaming in.
Yeah, that was old school.
Old school type, the effects. But in terms of like the actual camera work, obviously because it was all very static, like tripod shot, reverse shot, we never really got any nuances of sci-fi filmmaking in there. If you see what I mean, like
I think the setting kind of simultaneously does and does not feel sci-fi. That sort of endless white room is obviously not of this world as such, and it is sort of like this big void. So it feels sci-fi in that sense, but it doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't feel sci-fi in what I'd stereotypically think of a sci-fi.
Yeah, that's the thing. I guess we went on like a different tangent to sci-fi. It's very much sci-fi, but just not as we know it.
Yeah, it's not quite the stereotype.
So this is the first film frenzy that you've actually starred in. Last time you were purely camera work.
Yes.
How did you find having to act on such a short time scale?
Yeah, this one was obviously tricky because there was lots of lines involved, as opposed to last time there was almost none. But yeah, generally I think because obviously it was fresh in my mind, we were coming up with it, and the way we'd written it was kind of almost not improvised, but the first things we had that came to mind were what we were writing down. That was relatively easy to do. And because it was just backwards and forwards conversation, we could do where we just did a couple of lines and then stopped and did a couple more lines.
Where did the voice of the alien come from?
I don't know.
I mean, I like it. It's great.
I kind of thought, in my mind, he's a judge-ish, right? He's a judge, and I wanted him to be posh. Plus, I thought it was maybe kind of funny / a little bit sinister.
It is funny because it's like he's an alien from another planet, and yet he's got this very nice British posh accent.
Yeah.
Like
it's also just a really fun voice to do. I just really enjoyed doing it. So
good.
That's why.
Like I say, it's perfect. I was just curious of the thought process.
Yeah. I don't know. I almost just started doing it. It was like, all right,
that works. Stick with it.
Yeah.
So there we go. That's what we thought of the latest Film Frenzy. Let us know what you thought down there in the comments.
Yeah, but thank you for watching, commenting, liking, subscribing, all of those things. And also a huge thank you to all of our patrons as well. But I guess until the next episode, goodbye.
See you later.